So, in honor of the Chicago Cubs hiring Theo Epstein as their general manager, Theo Epstein is known as the empire builder. He brought two series wins to Boston, and he's been hired by the Cubs. Cubs have a long history of losing, and hopefully Theo will turn that around. But in the meantime, this is still my song. By the shores of old Lake Michigan, where the hawk wind blows so cold, an old Cub fan lay dying. Near his midnight hour that tolled. Round his bed his friends had all gathered, as they knew his time it was short. And on his head they put a bright blue cap from his all-time favorite sport. He told them, "It's late and it's getting dark in here, and I know it's time to go. But before I leave the lineup, there's just one thing I've got to know. Do they still play the Blues in Chicago? The baseball season rolls around. When the snow melts away, the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground. When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy, but now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, the doormat of the National League." You know, he told his friends, the law of averages says anything will happen that can. But the last time the Cubs won a National League pennant was the year we dropped the bomb on Japan. The Cubs made me a criminal, sent me down a wayward path, and stole my youth from me. Forsake my teachers to go sit in the bleachers in flagrant truancy. And then one thing led to another, so I discovered alcohol, gambling, dope, football, hockey, lacrosse, tennis. But what do you expect when you raise up a young boy's hopes and then crush them like so many paper beer cups? Year after year after year, after year after year after year after year, until those hopes become so much popcorn beneath the elf tracks for the pigeons to eat. And I know, he says, I know I'll never see Wrigley Field again before my eternal rest. So if you have your pencils and scorecards ready, I'll give you my last request. Give me a doubleheader funeral in good old Wrigley Field. Some sunny weekend day, no lights. Have the organist play the national anthem, and then a little na-na-na-na, hey, 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 goodbye. Make 6 bullpen pitchers carry my coffin. 6 groundskeepers clear my path. They have the umpires bark me out at every base in all of their holy wrath. Hey, it's a beautiful day here for a funeral. Hey, Ernie, let's play too. Somebody go get Jack Brickhouse to come on back and conduct just one last interview. Then have the Cubbies run right out into the middle of the field and have Soriano drop a routine fly. Give everybody a bag of peanuts and a Frosty malt. That's when I'll be ready to die. Build a big fire at home plate out of your Louisville Slugger baseball bats and toss my coffin in. Watch my ashes blow in a beautiful snow. The prevailing 30 mile an hour southwest wind. And as my remains go flying over the left field wall, well, bid the bleacher bums adieu. and told him to cut it out. They said, "Stop it, that's an awful shame." He whispered, "Don't cry, we'll meet by and by, near that heavenly Hall of Fame." He says, "I've got season's tickets to watch the Angels play now. That's just exactly what I'm gonna do. After all, they've won a series. But she's a living, well, you're stuck here with the Cubs. So it's me that feels sorry for you. Play that Lonesome Losers tune, because you know, that's the one I love the best." He closed his eyes, slipped away, his dying Cub fans' last request, and here it is. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground? When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy, but now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat, the National League. To the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League. Yeah. So I'm hoping that Theo can bring this around so Steve Goodman can sleep well, can live a good life in the afterlife, knowing that the Cubs finally won a pennant, and hopefully serious, but let's not go too far. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Bye.